Hey, chapter two discussion questions. Chapter two discussion question was, you are the principal of a school. During a board meeting, 5 of 6 of the board members are very open about their desire to pray before each sporting event and during graduation. In fact, they are actually considering a policy. Write a written response for your next board meeting outlining your recommendation to the Board of Education.
So we started with the topic of religion and prayer is a hot topic in the school systems today, and many people have mixed opinions on the matter. It is important to handle situations such as this with an unbiased opinion while presenting factual evidence pertaining to the circumstances at hand. It's important to lend an empathetic ear when listening to the desires of the board members, but it is imperative to stay neutral regardless if one agrees to the proposal or not. So as this topic enters our conversations, we must do our due diligence in creating a proper policy that will keep us safe from a legal standpoint. From my understanding, prayer before sporting events and during graduation is not prohibited by the Constitution as long as the prayers are student-led and are private. Also, we have to understand that all prayers before sporting events or events such as graduation must be student-led, and also school personnel may not direct students in prayer.
So an example of a response to the school board would be stated as follows. First and foremost, thank you for sharing your proposal and implementing a policy that would allow prayer before sporting events and other activities. It is important to remember our constitutional rights and what we can legally do in a public school system. Per school law and the Public Schools Handbook, any type of school-sponsored prayer at athletic events or athletic contests or events is a violation of the First Amendment. Teachers, staff, or board members are not allowed to lead prayer at a public event due to violating others' rights who may not have the same religious beliefs. Although you're not leading others to pray with you, performing that action during a school-related event is justified as an illegal activity. Now, on a positive note, students can voluntarily pray during events under the Free Exercise Clause of the First Amendment. It is my recommendation that if a school board wants to pass a policy on prayer before sporting events and during graduation, it must include the following.
So this prayer's got to be student-led, private, and must not be led by school personnel or officials. This prayer must be voluntary for students to participate. Students who do not want to participate will not be forced to. Prayer is allowed if it does not infringe on the rights of others. School officials and personnel must remain completely neutral. This prayer must be completely private. So, for example, a football team may pray before they take the field as a team, but it will not be able to say a prayer over the PA system in a public setting. This is a violation of the established clause of the First Amendment. If students wish to pray before graduation, it must be student-led. For example, each graduating class must decide if they wish to pray before commencement and who the spokesperson will be. School personnel shall not be permitted to give their opinion on this matter. And that will put a bow on the chapter 2 discussion question.